like you said last week, you guys were on a collision course all year with Rice. It seems like everything was set up for this one. 5 teams, 2, undefeated in Conference USA teams. How big is this one, and what's it going to take to come away with the win?
No, it's big. I mean, it's big every time we play them, but it's big every time we play them because we're both doing this at such a high level, and they're really, really good. They're having a phenomenal year. But I think we've said that about each other for the last 5-6 years now. It seems like both of us are in a stretch where we've played at a really high level, and it always makes us fun. I have so much respect for their program, their coaches, their kids. They do things the right way. I hope they would say the same thing about us. So if you're looking for a nasty rivalry, I hope this is not it. But if you look for one that's a rivalry because every match has been down to the wire and, 2 high-level teams. And, when I see Jenny, Rice's coach, I talk to her a lot about let's get to the point where these don't hurt either of us. And that's where I think we are. There's certainly a regular season conference championship on the line, but I think we've both put ourselves in position to be in the NCAA tournament, which you hope to be able to do just so kids can go out and relax and play at a high level. And, it's going to be close. It's going to be good. It's going to be down to the wire. And, we've been really fortunate to win a lot of close ones with them. And, so it begs the question of, does it balance back out their direction, or do we have some little secret sauce that's getting us over the hump? And I'm not sure what the answer is to that. It's just a great rivalry between 2 really, really good programs.
When you look at the CUSA stats, number 1 and number 2 in pretty much all categories, it's either Western or Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Where they do everything, well, like you guys do,
Mm-hmm.
Top of the league.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one thing that they do best, or is there one thing that they do best?
Yeah, they remind me a lot of Kentucky a couple years ago when Kentucky won the national championship. Kentucky had a setter in Madison Lilly that was just special, just one of a very few that even, our game is all about trying to be disruptive and getting teams out of system. And, Madison Lilly, when they got out of system, they still felt in system because she could come 10, 12 feet off the net and still keep them in rhythm and put balls right where hitters needed them. And that's Carly Graham. Carly Graham is an elite level player, and you watch them on film, and you see teams get them disrupted and get the ball to the 10-foot line, but it never feels like it because she's putting balls on a dime, and and it allows hitters to approach confidently and know where the ball is going to be, and you don't see misconnections, and so they're a tremendously difficult team to play against. They have there's so many parallels. They have 2 fifth years in Carly Graham and Adekunle, and we have 2 in Lauren and Katie, and they both have elevated their games. Adekunle is a much better player. That's the other key for this team. Rice lost Nicole Lennon, who was a player of the year type player in this league every year. And Adekunle has elevated her game to that level this year. She's always been a special player, but they're getting her the ball in a lot more different situations, much like we do Lauren. And so she's carrying a bigger load, and it's just going to be difficult. Not too many people have found a way to beat them this year, and I think the same said about us. And one of the things that's unique about them is I think they've been in 9 or 10 5-set matches this year, and they've won like 8 of them. And, it just speaks to their confidence and their leadership from the setting position. They're just a very complete team. Should be a lot of fun.
You talked a lot about their offense. I believe they're top of the league in opponent hitting percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the bottom in blocks,
Mm-hmm.
not up there in services,
Mm-hmm.
but Diggs, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
The number 1 player with Diggs in the conference, and McCardell.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about their defense that is so good?
Yeah, that's one of the areas that we're a little bit different in that we're the better blocking team on paper. We've blocked at a pretty high level this year, but our floor defense has just been okay. Their blocking has just been okay statistically. They certainly are physical enough and could have big nights blocking, but their floor defense has been far better than ours. So that's one way that we're different, to get the same thing accomplished. It makes us, I think we're still 1 and 2 in the league in opponent hitting percentage, and, we're just doing it in different ways. We put a ton of pressure on from the service line, which usually helps you defend. Again, Carly is an equalizer because you can put pressure on and get them out of system, and she can put them right back in system. And so, it's truly going to be about, I don't think it's going to be about who schemes better or who has a better scouting report or who has the better team. I don't believe it's any of those things. I think it's going to be whoever plays better that night. And, that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to go out there and see. And, if we are off at all in any phase of our game, we're going to get beat. If Rice is off and we're playing at a high level, they probably will get beat. And you think in-depth scouting report and matches, like, not really. This is pretty straightforward. They know what we're going to do. We know what they're going to do. This is going to be about sitting back and just seeing who plays better on that day. And that's a lot of credit to both programs, and it should make for a really fun match.
Like you said, these two programs have gone back and forth over these years. Probably the top 2 teams in the conference, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite memory of playing against Rice in your time here?
No, it's hard. There's been so many classic battles between the two of us. Many of the years I felt like maybe they were more talented than we were when we've gone into it. But I think we've gone to 5 or 6 times out of 11 matchups or something like that. And, I guess one of the most fond memories that I have out of it is, a couple years ago, we had to go to Rice on their senior night and then turn around and go back to Rice for the conference championship, which was a huge, tall order. And we were able to go down there and beat them on their senior night and then go back and beat them again in the conference tournament, which is now what Rice is going to be trying to do to us. And, and they're very capable of returning the favor. This year, they're very capable of it. It's a huge challenge because of senior day. It's a huge challenge when we host the tournament, but they're good enough to come in here and win a couple times. I mean, their RPI is like 16 in the country. I mean, they're not accidentally where they are. But going down there and doing that year was memorable because it was such a difficult task. And I'm sure there's nothing they would rather do here to end this rivalry between the two of us than return the favor here in Diddle Arena.
You kind of carried me into my next question. Where this is such a big regular season matchup and the conference tournament is here, how much can this kind of set the tone, for an exciting conference tournament trying to get people out there?
Yeah, this is going to be high-level stuff. The Thursday's going to be high-level stuff. The conference tournament's going to be high-level stuff. We started the year with, over 4,000 people in Diddle Arena, when we were playing in one of the other elite teams in the country in Louisville. And this is that kind of matchup. It's 2 really elite teams. And I'd like to think we're a way different team than we were then. But we're going to need, I just told you, it's going to be about who plays better. And, there's certainly a home crowd can help you do that. And so we need a push from everybody here because it's going to come down to, it's going to be exciting. I can't tell you if we're going to win. I can't tell you if we're going to lose. I can tell you it's going to be good volleyball, and I can tell you it's going to be an exciting match when we play them. And so, hopefully, I feel like this community has turned into a volleyball community over the last few years, and it's time for them to show up again and make it that over the next couple weeks.